What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Who Are Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat.
Check.
How you doing, Tracy J? J Rock in the building. Hey, hey.
Hey. I'm making it. Yes, Mary. This episode could have been an email. And Jeffrey, don't ever fix your lips ever again.
Keep blaming us.
Say this is gonna be one of the best Survivor episodes ever. Where?
I don't see it. You see it yet?
Mid. Anyway.
Because here's the deal.
He really
do be doing whatever, Mary. That's what we saying.
Whatever.
Because I'm so sick. That part. It's all
just doing whatever you want to do.
No, because and then he want to keep blaming. Oh, the hands of the fans. You got these people out here on this beach thinking we did this. They going home thinking we sent them home because of this foolishness. No, Jefferson, this was you and you alone. Because I promise you, if we pull up the stats to what was voted upon, for real, this season will look a lot different. And I truly believe that. And I know y'all in the chat also believe that too, because tonight, the blood moon. Okay, I'm like, okay, that sound ominous, that sound dangerous, whatever. But why did we have to keep doing this split tribe? You could have just sent 3 people home, the people with the most votes home. That's it.
The purpose of it. If we not gonna do no big, I thought we was gonna do like a big ass tribe. I was like, oh, that's
about to be good.
Yeah. And then when they pulled in, they pulled up. And I'm saying, wait a minute, where's all the 5 of them? Where am I upset?
Stupid. It should have been the last 3 people holding on, win immunity. That's who win immunity. Everybody, you already merged. They already merged. Send them all to tribal. That would have been chaos. That would have been messy. That would have been TV. That would have gave us pause. Because I don't know who would have went home if that was the case.
That would have been nice and messy.
I couldn't even guess who would have went home if it would have been that, because
whoever got the 3 most votes, you are not going to jury.
Because guess who would have been safe that tribal? That would have been Chrissy. It would have been Stephanie. And no, because that's when they split up. I'm saying if it would have been the last 3 people hanging on. So D wouldn't even have been in the end. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I thought you were saying who would be safe.
Yeah. Because if they didn't split up and they all did it, they competed as one, and just the last 3 people remaining one, that would have been Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Chrissy and Camilla. No, not Camilla, because Camilla didn't win. Who was the other one?
She would have been last. She was the 3rd.
Chrissy's. Yeah, it was Camilla then. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Camilla would have been.
Damn, we could have kept Camilla.
So that would have been interesting to see who goes home at that point.
Last swap.
Yeah. But before we get talking about that in detail, let's jump to the beginning and talk about this episode. So, of course, we have the fallout from the blind sides of the split tribal. Once again, that split stuff. But okay, we get the merge after that fact. We get the merge. Finally, the people are merged. They are excited. But 17 people on one beach. We was like, hold on. How this about to work?
I was like, oh, this is about to be messy. I was like, in for it. I was like, oh, it's going to be a lot going on. Which it was the first couple minutes. I was like, Lord Jesus, they here, there, everywhere.
It was so many people. Because if you think about it, 17 is just under the regular amount of what is being for the new era season. It's like starting a whole new game. We're going into the merge with basically a new game.
At this point, pretty much.
So it was wild to see. But it does, the chaos doesn't just stop there with everybody greeting and meeting and greeting. There's also a note that is letting them know that there is a clue to some type of twist or advantage out there, and they go running. But before they do that, hold on. Before they do that, though, Ozzy decides he gonna run his mouth about his idol. He gonna tell Emily, like, oh, girl, listen, I got an idol. Don't tell nobody though. Christian,
why you do that?
Idol. Don't tell nobody though. As soon as you know it, everybody know Ozzy got an idol. Not the only one. Because guess what else? They know Aubrey got an idol. Her information out in the streets.
Everybody business in the streets at this point.
Everybody business is out in the streets.
Nobody.
Nothing is safe. Nothing and no one is safe. So I'm like, it's so messy. This is why you keep your mouth closed, because your information will be on Front Street, as Treats like to say. But there is a small alliance that only they know this little secret of Cirie having that extra vote, and that's Cirie, Ozzy, and Rizzo, which, you know, they start really solidifying later on down the road. But I'm loving this trio of them. I don't know what we're gonna call them, but I love Cirizzi or Sarazi, whatever we want to do.
Not Sarazi.
But I love that they have trust. They work it together. The big three, exactly. The big three. And I hope they make it very far. Thank you, Mary. I've been saying this since the beginning. The Boomerang Idol is such a fly. It's stupid. Genevieve found 2 of them and could not even use them. Like, she could have been safe.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. The telephone game of the Idol was, it was crazy. And I agree with you too, Isabella. It was done very stupidly. They should have never separated them. Exactly. Cirie's son. Oh, Cirie and the hose. Mary has no chill.
Cirie and the hose.
Cirie's sons. That part. I didn't watch Challengers. You know, the one with Zendaya and them two men. I can't remember who the 2 boys was. The Challengers.
Yeah.
They said Cirie in the new Challengers cast, her, Ozzy, and Rizzo.
I can see that.
So going back, so they found a clue, and they all running out. Well, they all looking for the clue. Can't find it. They running. Rizzo walking casually. That would be me. Rizzo funny. I'm sorry. I know everybody don't like him, but that would totally be me. Walking. What am I running for? I'm going to conserve this little bit of energy. So I thought he was going to find it. He walks right past it. Lo and behold, Ozzy finds it. And one of the funniest moments of the show, this episode, before he opens, he's about, please don't let it be Exile Island. Please don't let it be Exile Island.
And it's Exile Island.
Don't worry about your social game. Put that on hold because you're going to Exile Island.
What do they do at Exile Island? Just take a nap?
That's what I would do. But they hungry. They ain't got no shelter, no food. They just out of the game.
Damn. I know they gave them some granola bars.
Listen, you know, for those who've been with us for a minute, y'all know we always speculating that production sliding granola bars, they slide in bottles of water, they giving protein shakes.
And I only say this because I have got confirmation, ain't gonna say from who, that this has happened. Right. So I know they gave it. What? Yeah. Watch, they gonna come back. Next episode, Rizzo gonna look like, yeah, I'm good. I was gonna be like, no, I'm good. You know, nourished. They gave them some Ensure or something.
Hello. That's another good point too, Mary. Ozzy and Rizzo get the skip from 17 to 14. That's basically, it is like triple immunity.
They basically won jury. They at least get jury, right?
Pretty much, they made it. Yeah, they made jury. Yeah. So it was honestly a blessing in disguise to get, you know, swooped up to get taken out there, because I mean they're gonna come back shocked when they realize
11 people on jury.
It is.
There's 14 left.
14? So they lost 3, so that's 14.
So it'll be 3 they voting on.
Yeah, so it'll be 12.
That's
left.
Crazy.
Oh, 11 left. Yeah, I'm sorry, 11. Yeah, 11.
Interesting.
At least it's an odd number, and we won't have no
period going.
That anything that benefits Cirie, we're gonna be here for it.
At this point, everything benefits Cirie. Because when they did, I'm just jump ahead. When they went to that tribal council, I said, and I would have took Cirie out today. That's my girl, but baby, we gotta shoot.
This would have been the night.
We gotta.
Tonight will be the night that I will do for you.
And Shanandra, listen, that's my girl, but Cirie gonna beat me every time. Every time. I will vote for Cirie over myself. Okay, that's how good she is.
Listen.
I would have said, this is our time. We got to make this move. Yeah.
And it's so funny, and this is a tangent, but I was with one of my good friends, Sari. Was not with my friend Sari, but I was with my friend Austin over the weekend. And we were talking about Survivor, and he mentioned, he was like, yeah, like if I got on any shows and I made it to end, I could take Sari with me. I would take Sari with me and let her beat me, because then I might not have won, but I'm gonna be loved by everybody for letting Sari win. So I'm gonna be getting.
That's true. And you get opportunities to be on other shows.
Exactly.
That's true.
He was like, because she deserves, she didn't needed to win. She should have won Survivor twice over by now.
Hey, if I made it to the final, I'd be like, listen, I got out the queen of Survivor. Yeah. Sari girl, I love you, but I got to get this check. And I would have sat down. That's all I'm going to give you. That's all I'm going to give you.
That part. Mary said Kobe got all. He did get so many confessionals over Genevieve and Camilla. Yeah. We already know the erasure of women. Yeah. And somebody else in the comments on Instagram, they said that they agreed that it was erasing people in the edit, women specifically.
I wasn't even paying much attention to it, but now that I saw somebody say that, it's quite noticeable.
Because I'm not a confessional, one of the ones that be stuck and looking at the confessional. I mean, obviously you notice when somebody's not on the confessionals, like obviously Tiffany, we didn't see, we've only got like 4 of hers. Camilla hasn't had a whole lot, and some other people, but they are definitely not editing the best for this to be Survivor 50. Y'all's edit should have been top notch, the best it's ever been. So after that, you know, like I said, Ozzy goes, he chooses Rizzo to go with him and join on Exile Island. Jeff introduces this blood moon twist to the people.
What was the reason? What moon was bloody? What was the name for that for? It didn't even do nothing.
It was a phenomenon of nature that leaves people shocked and then, you know, just stunned and confused and dazed.
I'm still waiting on the shock. Still waiting.
I'm shocked at how stupid it was, honestly. Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
So he gives him the blood moon twist. He tells him what it's going to be. They get split up in 3 stupid tribes of 5, groups of 5. The winner who lasts longest in endurance challenge. So
get that weak ass Applebee's. I hate Applebee's so much, y'all. I have the biggest beef for Applebee's.
What is your beef for Applebee's?
Because it is ass. When I tell you, by far some of the worst food I've ever had in my life. So whenever Applebee's come on TV, I'd be like, F you, Applebee's. The only way I would ever eat Applebee's is if I was on the Survivor Island, though, because I would have told her. I'm hungry.
Look, crispy chicken, press lettuce.
I was watching. I was watching my man. He was like, I was watching with Steve. And he was just like, now you know if your hands on the island, you eat it. I said, I sure would. I turn that steak up. Give me another margarita while you at it.
Okay.
Man, they love those Applebee's because it's cheap.
And apparently, Applebee's got like 50-cent wings on Wednesday or something like
that. Pass. The last thing I had at Applebee's when I went 5 years ago, in 2006, it was 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I had buffalo. How do you mix up buffalo wings? How? But anyways, I could go on a rant all day. Let me stop for my computer down, y'all.
Teresa's beef with Applebee's must be studied. But yeah, so it's a triple. And what is it with our American shows? Big Brother, I'm talking to you too. You know, we always gonna throw Big Brother in there, and we always gonna let you know that we throwing Big Brother in there. Why y'all can't do a triple right? Like, why? Y'all, the triples are supposed to be this big, crazy thing that shake up the game and cause unprecedented chaos and messiness. But y'all flop at it every
They were all on the same island, right?
Yes, they were already merged.
Crazy it would have been if they had the first 5 out there, right? And they're like, all right, let's get to tribal council. Oh, wait. And they bring in the other 5. What? You doing this together?
Yeah.
Bring another 5. That would have ate. Yep. That would have so ate.
And I mean, and let them scramble. And you know what would have been even better? If they did trick them, let them think it's just going to be between a group of 5. Come on. And then bring them together. And it's like, actually, everybody's up.
Baby, that would have been a scramble. And baby, it's 50. Them people would have been like, hey, we got to talk. Oh, and it would have been so tea. Would have been so tea.
Because listen, I mean, why they not hiring us? Because that would I tell you that would have put the books, that would have been on the books. History would have been made. You have these.
I would have watched it.
Rewound it again and again just to see their faces when the other 2 groups of 5 had to walk in after they spent all day afternoon thinking about who they gonna vote out in they 5, only to realize that everybody is getting voted.
Yep.
Listen, exactly, Isabel. See, Isabel knows the people, we the fans, if we really had control, this is what will be happening. This is the type of stuff. That would have been the best live travel ever, I'm telling you. But what do we know, Trees? What do we know?
We know everything.
But somebody on the team needs to call us because clearly we got the ideas.
I can work from home.
My phone work. I travel, so whatever I need to do.
The travel crew. I'll be the stay-at-home crew. We ready though. We a duo. We can work together in tandem. Okay.
Okay. Just make sure the check looking right.
Make sure it got some zeros on it.
Okay. A whole lot of zeros. Like Mary said, write them checks with a whole lot of zeros.
We can go all day. Hands of the fans. No, hands of J-Rock is what you need.
That part.
They be lying about the booth.
For real. Let's get in the booth and let's make it happen. I promise you, we will have these shows together and whipped in shape. It will be expect the unexpected on Survivor. They'll be like, that ain't even our motto. It is
it's
today.
Gonna be.
It's gonna be.
It's got to be.
It's about to be.
Yep, it would.
Because it's at this point, it's tired. We're tired. Jefferson, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You're ruining the show. Me and Treese only been in the show. We only been in the Survivor game for 4 years now, 5 years now, 4 years. But we know enough. We done went back and watched enough of the old seasons. We know gameplay. We know reality TV. We know what's going to stick. We know enough. We know enough. So, yes, he gives us this twist. They compete in the little challenge where they got to hold their little hands up and their feet is on the no.
I knew Dee was winning that. I remember her toe.
Well, she didn't win that one. No, it was a different one that she did.
Which one did she win? Where she was
on that pole, the one that Parvati won, that one with the pole.
I swear she won something with her toes.
She did, but it was like perched on the pole though. It was a straight up pole. Okay. Yeah. But her feet, the feet helped her win.
I knew she was holding up on something.
I love how she clocked Jeff too, because when she went to this your 3rd time winning, she's like, hold on, don't be telling my business like that.
They be looking too. They be like, Kobe, you remember you almost won it? Look like, God damn,
dude. They don't remember that. That was full. They don't remember that.
Like, shut up. Like, I'm trying to do a competition right now. He be running his mouth though.
And then he had to talk about, they already know it ain't no secret. It could have been. Goodness. But yeah, bring JP from Australia. I ain't even watched Australia, but I know he a better host.
Yeah, bring JP. I ain't never watched a day 1 episode of Australia, but bring JP. I'm with that one. But anyways, who won?
So we know that D won immunity for her 5. Stephanie won immunity for her 5. And what's that? I can't think of their name. Why it's flopping on me. Christian, there we go. Christian won for his 5. There we go. There we go. And so but it was Stephanie's people. They got to go eat. No, Christian people got to eat. Yes. Wait.
No, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Was it Camilla?
Yeah, they was the ones
Jonathan, Camilla, Lord Jesus, I can't remember these.
Yeah, people. Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie's people won. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chrissy. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, they won.
Who's
yeah,
next?
Meredith.
And Tiff.
Oh, Jody, they are on Exile Island. Baby, yeah. They gone. They'll come back, I guess, after the fact. Who knows?
Yeah.
So they'll probably show them winning something or have an opportunity to play for something on next episode. I didn't catch the previews.
Me too for them.
They try. Oh yeah, because I got nervous for our sister.
I said, Tiff, no.
But so after they little Applebee's dinner, then they started debating on who was going home. First up on the debate list, we have Genevieve or Joe. They was debating who going home. Is it going to be Genevieve or is it going to be Joe? And Aubrey was dead set on having Genevieve
and Joe. Sorry.
Jen and Joe. Sipping on Jen and Joe. So at this point in the game, yes, Genevieve is a very dangerous player. I highly agree with Aubrey's assessment on wanting to get her out. I agree with Christian wanting to get her out. Although Rick was a little concerned because he like, hold on, what if she got something and she coming for me? So it might be just safe to go ahead and get Joe out, which is what I would have preferred.
I think a lot of people in America would have preferred that.
It would have been such a pleasure to watch Joe go home. Although game-wise, yes, it probably was smarter to get out Genevieve at this stage because, like, I think what Christian called her, the Terminator.
Genevieve was moving, though. I'll give it to her.
She had motion.
That girl been playing since she put boots on the ground. She said, let's go.
Had motion.
Yep.
I'm telling you, like, she had just got to that beach. She linked up with Sari. Like,
she deserved a spot jury.
For sure.
I'll say that. Mm-hmm.
For sure. So it was very sad. But they ultimately decided to go ahead because Aubrey said, oh, yeah, I'm using my idol, by the way. So I need y'all to know that. Go ahead and put that out there. Always let it be known I'm using this idol. So vote for me if you want to. You're going to be going home.
Waste your vote if you want to.
Because that's how you got to be. You got to call them folks bluff because you need to let them know.
Got to Rizzo it at this point. I'll let him have that title.
Because you'd have to be a risky son of a something to want to vote somebody that has an idol and who has vocally told you whether they may be lying or not. Oh, screenshot this.
I agree.
We appreciate you, Fuchsia.
Come on, Aries Queen. Me too.
She said y'all are more entertaining than the show. We appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe and follow us. Don't forget it. And so you can join us every week. Mm-hmm. So yes, Genevieve, unfortunately, she was eliminated. She was voted out. And as we discussed at the beginning, this is where we talked about it. I've been a proponent of, I know Mary has said it, the boomerang, Billie Eilish, that stuff was stupid from the jump. There is no way on this green earth that I should be able to find not one, but two idols and can't keep either one.
Yeah, she had two idols. She had two.
And found for nothing. She's gone. She found those. They weren't just given to her. She found them and couldn't keep herself safe because she had to throw them away in hopes of one of them or both of them boomeranging back.
I would have much rather them say if you have the Billie Eilish idol, then you get to choose someone else. I wouldn't say I'd give them an idol, but I'd give them advantage, like an extra vote. So if I wanted Ozzy to have an extra vote, that would have been cool. Yeah. But if I found an idol,
it's mine.
That's my idol. They're like, you're going to have to give it up. I'm not doing it. You're going to have to take it out of my cold, dead hand.
And you want to know the even bigger gag of all of this, Trees?
What?
Her boomerang idols were with Ozzy and Rizzo, so they weren't even eligible to get voted out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So she was added a
She was never getting it back. So even if nobody, even if she survives.
This is obviously not gonna happen. But what if Ozzy and Rizzo weren't on Exile Island and they had their tribal before Genevieve did, Does she? Hey, Rizzo's gone, so the idol's yours. Like, do they tell? I wonder if they were gonna like tell her instantly, or if it's like, oh, you get it back the next day.
Now that would have been. I would have loved to see how that worked, because if his tribal happens before mine,
that would have been exclusive.
Then that means you need to be in my booth with my idol, talking about your idol is ready.
That's where it would have ate, right? So when she went to go vote, hey, open up a little scroll. The idol is now yours.
Baby, do you know how I would have been sitting up in there, like if I was Genevieve, just keying?
I would have been like this. And you want to know what will happen? I wouldn't even have the idol hidden. It'd be in my hair like this. I'd be like this.
Yeah. I would. You know how? Do you remember how Amanda? I might not remember. How Amanda did it. I forgot which season it was. I think it was when she came in swinging the idol. I didn't have it then, but I do now. And she came swinging it. That's how I would have came out the vote and moved like, hey, what's up, y'all? Swinging my little idol parchment and my little wristband, whatever it was.
I would have waited just for messiness. Right when the last person voted, then I'd be like, hope you guys didn't waste your votes.
Like, who we voting out tonight, girl? Talking to Joe. Hey, Joe, who we voting out tonight?
Let me take my seat.
What's it gonna be tonight? Any, mini, mighty, mo. Which one of y'all did I decide has to go?
I would just be playing. I would have laid down. I would have been like this.
Played in their face.
You're like, you look really comfortable. Jeff, I have an idol. Of course I'm comfortable.
Would have played.
They would have hated me.
I'm telling
so, like,
you.
I know y'all was sending my ass home.
The ratings would have been through the roof, because I would have been cutting up. Jeff would have
been entertaining myself.
I'm telling you. We would have had a ball. Clearly, we're having a ball right now. So y'all know we would have had a ball with that.
Because everybody voted her out. So whoever she wanted to be gone would have been gone.
Exactly.
No way.
But unfortunately, we can never be so fortunate. We can never be so fortunate. Genevieve, a mother gone too soon. But the woman came to play. Let the record reflect. Genevieve is one of the few examples of what it means to learn from your past mistakes and then come in with a different game. And try to better yourself. And she did exactly that. So shout out to Genevieve. If you ever see this, Diva down.
The Bob gave her that.
She did. Definitely needs to be getting a call for another season for sure.
I wasn't like too fun. I don't want to say I didn't hate her nor liked her that much on her season, but I definitely liked Genevieve this season. And I'm such a big fan of somebody, even if I like you or not, when you come into a different game and you just switch it all the way up. It's so interesting to see. So shout out to Genevieve.
She went from complete android to cyborg, which means half human, half
Fabiana, okay? You can keep that bob.
She did something. Yeah. So then next on the chopping block, we have Coach or Kobe. Well, actually, they say them for last. So let's go to Camilla and Chrissy. Camilla and Chrissy. That's who it's looking like in this next tribe. Camilla and Tiffany thought they had Hercules on lock to vote out Chrissy. And I immediately thought to myself, in what world did y'all think he was going to choose you and you over them? And then looking at the optics and looking at how Jonathan played his season in 42,
I knew right out that. I said, damn, Camilla, you gone.
In a perfect world, Mary, the girls would have sent Jonathan home. Absolutely. In a perfect world.
Yeah.
But that was not the case.
Especially we about to merge. He has such a high chance of winning. Jonathan, bye.
Jonathan would have been gone. He would have been the first on my list.
Girl, start working together. What are y'all doing?
And I love Camilla down, and she is one of the most brilliant strategists we have seen in the new era. However, going for Chrissy was not a smart move. That's a waste of a vote to me. Chrissy's not going to win this game. Not saying Jonathan would either, but Jonathan has a high likelihood of winning the challenge. So my mind would have been, we got to get Thor up out of here. Hercules got to go.
Chance of me possibly becoming safe.
Yeah. And why he wasn't, I don't know. But they decided, Tiffany and Camilla pleaded with Jonathan to take out Chrissy. Chrissy played the role. I'm going to give her that. She did play the wounded bird that she was packing her bags up. Oh, I'm on my way out of here. Your friendship mean everything to me. And I just
she was cool for a minute. I was like, yeah, girl, I was like, pack that shit up. I was like, girl, it's a wrap for you. Quite a show.
Okay, really had us going.
Not for real.
And she got in that confessional talking about, but it ain't gonna be tonight. I said,
she ate that. I said, okay.
She did. I give her that.
And you know what? My exact response was, I said, okay then. And not shocked that I'm married.
We're not. And it's funny because a lot of people like Claire and I think Hannah mentioned it too. They was like, what? Why they kept saying we cut from the same cloth? Stephanie, Chrissy, and Jonathan. They was like, what that mean? I know what cut from the same cloth mean. Like, I know that saying is a saying as old as time. But when they kept saying it, like, they're not like us. We're cut from a different cloth. It was definitely giving something else.
You not like me. They will piss me off.
And I immediately know, well, I didn't need them to say this again. Jonathan talking about, I'm stuck in the middle. I don't want to go against the new players because the new folks going to be against me. But I don't want to go against the old players because old school, because they're going to be against me. First of all, old school not even together like that. So there was no going against old school. And Chrissy's at the bottom of the food chain when it comes to old school. On top of that. But again, based on Jonathan and who he's worked with in the past and who he was currently working with before all this, I knew Camilla and Tiffany had zero chance. And so, unfortunately, Camilla was blindsided tonight and voted out.
Boo.
Very much boo. She played a great game. But hey, it happens to the best of them, unfortunately. And last, certainly not least, it came down to Coach or Kobe. Now, my personal preference, get Benjamin out of there. Benjamin is Coach. If y'all don't know, that's his real name.
I was about to say, and who the hell is Benjamin? Now, I know I be making up names, but who is Benji?
Right.
I did not know
Ben.
that.
They should have taken Big Ben out. Because I know the whole thing was Kobe's the leader. If he's gone, you cutting the head off the snake. But I just think Kobe looked like the leader and he thought he was the leader. But in reality, Coach was the glue. And I think it's going to be an issue come next week. Mary said, I wish both of them would have went.
Double eviction.
No, for real.
Double snuff.
They both should have went home because the way Kobe fell on that foot, that already hurt foot, I thought he was out of here. I thought he was about to be medevaced.
But listen, right when they was trying to go back and forth, and they was like, Kobe could be medevaced. Even if he's not medevaced, he is going to be weak in these competitions going forward. I don't care if we got beef. I would have went to Kobe like, listen, let's team up.
Yeah,
I need your vote. Okay, you're hurt here. Okay, going forward in the challenges. If there's some kind of way that I can help you get forward, I'm going to help you out. You stay here as long as possible. I would have pulled him as an ally. Okay.
Three want to
lick back. Do I want your vote? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I would have took the chance because once again, that is another person on the island that I could potentially beat. Going forward for immunity. And I'm trying to stay safe as many times as possible.
Absolutely.
So that
I get what Saree's going with. I get her logic in it, but I also think she just wanted to get her lick back from Heroes versus Villains when they got her up out of there. Early, unfortunately. The only time Mother did not make top 6, by the way. But anyways, they were pitching Coach and Kobe, and Coach slipped up, which should have been detrimental, and that would have been all I needed if I was D to send him home. Because he was like, well, you know, Emily, why not just vote out Emily? I know you thinking about Coach or me, but why not vote out Emily? She did say your name, that she wanted you, such and such and such, and in that order. And she was like, okay, so why you didn't tell me this last night? If she told you last night. clocked him.
That should have been enough.
That was enough for me. It should have been enough for D. And again, she consulted and they figured.
If it's two men's in front of me, one of y'all might have to go. One of y'all might have to go. I ain't gonna lie, that's too tempting.
Yeah,
it's
for sure. And like you said, yeah, I know he was rumored to be medevac. I would let him get medevac. And even if he didn't, again, he's weaker.
Yep.
I want the chances against the weaker people.
We ain't on no team anymore. Weaklings to the front.
Immediately.
Yep.
And not even to draw it out like Jeff liked to do. Kobe had this heartfelt crying speech. He was sad because he just knew he was going home. And then Sari got brought to tears and everybody was crying and boo-hooing because they paved the way. And they went ahead and paved his way onto the boat and sent him home limping.
Bruh, I was literally... So I was watching it with Steve. I was like, if I ever did a reality show, that would be my biggest hurdle. Because I don't know how to fake cry. And like everybody crying, I would have been looking around like, God damn, do y'all want the check?
Tracy would have been like this. She'd be licking her shirt to try to.
I would have been like, oh. Y'all, listen, I was like, they really crying. I was like hiding, like I was on the show. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I was like, okay, I get it. Y'all know each other a little bit.
It was sweet or whatever, but
it was sweet.
Pack it up. And packed it up, he did. Kobe was voted out.
It went on for a long time too. I said, all right, we can get to the vote.
So I kept looking at the time like, we know who going home.
Mary, the biggest. Oh shoot!
Literally.
Sorry, Kobe.
But y'all, unlike Jefferson, we not holding y'all long. We didn't touch everything that was important on this episode to us. Right, just the old man telling stories. This has been a pleasure, a very quick pleasure, but a pleasure.
This should have been a long episode. This should have been a long episode for us because. They coming together and all the teams gonna meet up and everybody gonna chit chat.
No, not at all.
Jeff, if that was your idea of the best episode, you are not giving us a lot to look forward to. I'm just gonna say that. You should just keep your comments to yourself, Jeff.
You
should just say watch Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 7. Okay, just say that at this point.
Because it's just ridiculous. It's about as bad as Alan. What is with these hosts lying to our faces? Like, oh, this is gonna be the best trader episode ever. Boo, tomato. No Emmy for Jeff.
Listen, the Applebee's was better than that episode, and y'all know how much I hate Applebee's. So that's saying something.
Exactly.
But anywho.
So. Y'all, we appreciate you as always. Make sure you go ahead and follow us and subscribe on YouTube at Who All Gonna Be There podcast. Please leave us a like, comment, and share. Then go on over to Twitter and follow us at AWAGBT _podcast. And then follow us on Instagram at Who All There. Have a wonderful night, y'all. We will see you next week. It's been great. We out.
Yes. Bye, guys.